Welcome. This is so exciting. Who is pumped for the first tea time? Hello. This is the original. This isn't Glee, but Glee did cover this. 45 of you. Hello. Oh, wow. Whew. This is going to be stressful. 10 minutes early. Lucky I have a friend to join us today, folks.
Hola, hola.
How are
hello.
you?
I'm good. Oh my God. I'm just going to put this at a really unflattering angle because I've got dry lips. So I'm just going to put a lip balm on.
All right. Wow, this is more people than I've ever had in a live ever before, guys. I love you. Hi.
Hi. No stress.
No stress at all, because we're talking about
No
positivity.
stress. Exactly. I might take my headphones. Getting on my tits.
There we go. We've got you.
How are we doing? All right?
We are fabulous. We're listening to some list in the background, killing it. So, hello, guys. Hi. This is going to be a cool weekly get-together we're going to be doing right here on Instagram. Jen and I have discussed we love to talk. So we're going to talk is essentially what we're going to do. Today we're going to touch on positivity. You guys asked some really good questions about having positive mindsets, outlooks, maintaining things like that. So that is what we are doing today. If you guys are watching the replay on Instagram Live, thank you for rewatching or watching for the first time. We love you. If you guys have any questions throughout this live, please use the question box below. We will get to them at some point. We probably won't be able to read the chat. So pop it in the question box so we can at least see the number. Other than that, let's kick it off.
Yeah.
I 100% didn't plan for this. Holy crap. So
no, this is good though, because this is all we do. So it's basically, I mean, my podcast with you hasn't aired yet, but this is how we met. So you will see when the podcast airs that we just chat and it just kind of just flow. We don't have to plan for these things. We just kind of chat. I love it. Well, so this is the thing. So I'm gonna kick this off right now. So girl, okay. So I just want to be like, oh, come on, fabulous. So I just want to be like, I've had quite a few messages from people that are like, how do you manage to stay positive? Like, how do you manage to stay so positive? How do you manage this? How do you manage that? Right? And I mean, honestly, I'm not always positive. I'm not. And I think it's important to talk about that. I think it's really important to talk about the fact that, you know, you're not always going to be this happy-go-lucky person. There are times where I can sit and cry about absolutely nothing. But I want to normalize that, and I want people to know that that's okay. Because
social media too. Social media is a big player in that. That the only thing you guys are seeing when you're scrolling through your feeds is the good parts of people's days. They're not going to post the crap. And shout out to a lot of the queens, because a lot of you guys are all like posting just straight up selfies and being like, yo, this is what. And I think that is a good thing, that we need to normalize social media as like, yo, we don't look like $1 million every day. We don't wear makeup every day. We don't
look at me now. Do you know what I mean?
Every day. And it is a big kind of thing to try and stay positive all the time. We do have a question that I think will be a good starter for us. So how have you both stayed so positive during lockdown?
Some specs off. And this is the thing, like, I try every day to get up and to do something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I will go downstairs, I will make myself a coffee, and then come upstairs and exercise. And that helps me it sets my day up right, you know? No matter how you wake up feeling, even if I really don't want to do it, like, I'm like, just do it, because you'll feel better for it. Like, the feeling that you get after it makes like, gives me that positive boost. Yeah.
I'm not a medical professional, but endorphins are key, because endorphins help create those vibes that everybody is always chasing. Vibes don't just happen, folks. It's literally a chemical reaction in your brain from you doing good things for yourself. You can't sit in bed, like, or some people can, but if you sit in bed every day doing nothing every day, there's a good chance the feeling of happiness you get from being able to stay in bed will die out over time, because it's the same thing and you're just repeating it. Where if you're changing your day up day to day, getting experiencing new things and doing new things, your brain's going to release more of those endorphins and make you feel happy, which is where the positive mindset comes from.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you know, I also read something the other day, and I haven't got the book with me, which is really annoying. I finished reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a yes! Yes! And there's something, it really is. There's something in there that's like, you know, motivation and inspiration doesn't just come to you. Like, motivation doesn't just arrive. You have, like, inspiration and motivation, you have to just get up and do it. And I can't find the quote for it, but
through and highlighted, because there are so many good bits of wisdom. So if you can't get a physical copy, get the audiobook, because it is just as good, and you guys will learn something. It's
brilliant. There's like a whole thing on it, and I finished reading it the other day, and as soon as I finished reading it, I literally went and threw it at my mum and was like, read this, it's so good. It's amazing.
But like the one that I read really got me was, there's no such thing as a personal problem, because whatever you're going through right now, doesn't matter what it is, somebody else in the world, in your community, whatever, has been through that exact same thing. So like, it's things like that that make that book so worth reading. So please, please, please go grab it.
It kind of subverts a lot of thinking that I know that I've had, and it kind of makes you, it kind of twists the way that you think about things, because it's like, you know, it's the whole section on like self-help and remaining positive and doing this and trying to be, but that's ultimately causing you some unhappiness, isn't it, really? Because you're constantly striving for something. You need to be okay.
If you're going to self-help books and people other than yourself to try and feel positive, you're never gonna get that sensation of being positive, because you're chasing that information and that feeling from something else. So if that thing isn't in, that feeling won't be around. So it's very much, positivity is very much personal.
In here.
Yeah. And I think that's a thing. Like, I always try to be positive on social media, and to whoever I'm talking to, because you don't know what people are going through and all of that, but also you don't know what people need to read. Like, I might post a photo and someone might get something out of that. I might post something with a caption and someone might get something out of that. And it's all, I guess, a sense of perspective, because everybody is at different stages of life, feeling different things.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't, like, you as a person can never be responsible for someone else's happiness. You can only be responsible for your own happiness. And it's people that, chase things that, like, oh God, I'm kicking things. People chase things like relationships or like these friendships and things that try and make them feel validated, and they feel like they can only be valid or happy if they find the perfect job or the perfect partner or the perfect group of friends or they have the perfect family. And you can't seek that validation from someone else. You can't.
It
It's,
literally,
yeah.
no preference. I was in that exact position about a year and a half ago. I was surrounded by toxic people in a toxic job because I thought it was the right situation, and I pushed through thinking something good was going to come out of it, and I ended up having a complete mental breakdown and
Oh
just
God.
completely. So it's all about also understanding your surroundings and trying to create an environment that is healthy and safe for yourself as well as your mind, I
For
guess.
sure. And I think, and I mean, I say this all the time, right? But it does, like, things like this come with age. And if I'd have known all of this in my 20s or early 20s or whatever, like, I feel like I'd have been so much happier. And I think you stop,
Hindsight is the
like,
best to have in
oh
your
my
life.
God, yeah.
Man,
But it's like,
you're
I
24.
feel like
Go.
I want to, like, tell people that, like, your time is so, like, your time is your time and it's so precious.
Mhm.
Don't waste your time with people that don't uplift you, that don't make you feel good.
Yeah.
Why would you spend your time with people? Why would you waste your time trying to maintain relationships or friendships? Or even, in terms of your family, yeah, you can't choose your family and your family are there and whatever, but why waste your time doing things that don't make you happy and surrounding yourself with people that make you feel shit? What's the point?
100%. Blake's actually touched on this really well. Is radical acceptance the easiest way to get out of toxicity? No. I,
No.
I first it's awareness. Like, you'll never know. It's acceptance of who's around you as well, because you're always going to have those people in your life that'll tell you you're in a toxic situation. It's then for you to be like, accept the fact that you are, and then look at the next step to get out of that situation, because nobody in the world, I don't think, unless you're a complete mindful goddess, is aware enough of themselves to be able to assess every single situation and every single person in their life to know who is toxic and who they need and who they don't. And something you guys will hear in 8 weeks when Jodie Steele comes on the podcast, she drops a banger right at the start, and she said, the best bit of advice she got was from her dad, and it was, people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that, I was like, boom, we're 5 minutes in and we've already got a mic drop. Like, that is the biggest thing you guys can understand, is that whoever is in your life right now probably won't be in your life in a year, 5 years, 10 years. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, there are very few people that stay with you for a long time. And that's what I found, especially with this industry. You go from job to job and contract to contract, and you're in these contracts for, say, some of them can be a year, 2 years, or 6 months, or 3 months, or whatever. And you don't come away from each job, with 85,000 friends.
No.
You don't. And, I think I do have loads of friends that I've taken away from jobs, but in terms of the people that are close to me and the people that I keep close to me and that I regularly speak to, because I'm so rubbish for, like, making an effort with people. I'm rubbish. I really am. I'm the worst. But I think, I take like one or two people from each kind of job, and because I don't know where I was going with that. I've digressed, but but that I finished a job like I think I finished Shrek 4 years ago, over 4 years ago now.
Hey,
And
Shaka.
I, oh, hello, darling. I still speak to like a few people, but there's one person, my mate Kev, who I speak to all the time, and I know that I will keep him in my life forever. And
Yeah.
I tell you for what, actually. And I was talking about this the other day. I think I was talking about this to Shaka. I don't know, about the kind of people that I like to keep in my life. So I like to keep people in my life that are honest. And I think honesty is the most important thing in a friendship, in a relationship, in any kind of situation like that. Like, honesty is so important. And I think Shaq was saying this because she was like, I'll ask you a question because I know that you're going to give me an honest answer. And you know, and I know that my mate Kev does the same thing, and I know that Shaq will do the same thing. Like, you have to be like, if someone says, do you think this is a good idea? You have to have those friends that go, I don't know, I don't think this is a good idea, no. Or like, do I look nice? No. You don't.
That you're asking the question for validation of your own justification. Whoa, that was deep. Sorry, folks. That was really good. I should write that down. But like,
I like it.
I know personally, like, I've gone to people and asked a question, knowing full well what the answer should be in my head, making sure that what I've thought is right. And then people turn around to be like, come on, like, you know where this is going. So yeah. Back to let's jump back to this situation that we're in right now, and staying positive confined. So we touched on kind of getting up, doing stuff. That's pretty much it, really.
Get up, do stuff. I don't know.
That's pretty much it. But I think a big thing of positivity is self-belief. Like, if you don't have not really don't have it, but if you don't believe in your situation, what you're trying to do, or anything like that, the feeling of positivity and happiness and joy is going to be really hard to come by, because you're going to have the negative impacts of everything coming at you. Wow, I just got lost in that thought, but I thought it was really good.
It's great. I do this all the time, and also I'm going to say something that I do say all the time.
All the time.
Constantly. But be unapologetically you. And I think, like, happiness and positivity, I mean, positivity and happiness I don't think are the same thing. But to remain, or to try and find that kind of calm, which I think equates to happy, you have to, like, happiness isn't here and sadness isn't, like, it isn't, life doesn't need to be like this. Like, life needs to just be like this, you know? And in this, people expect too much. People expect these wonderful, amazing things, and people are expecting fireworks and magic, and, you know, especially with things like work and romance and relationships, people are expecting these huge gestures or, you know, enormous moments of joy. But peace and happiness and love and can be, like, is found in tranquility and calm. You know? Is that like really wanky to say? But
it makes complete, like, let's do diagrams, folks.
I love diagrams.
So, like, imagine, like, this is happiness, right? What everyone's expecting is happiness to be this right up here and sadness to be right down here. So you've got this massive gap in the middle where if you're feeling nothing in here, you're worried about your situation, rah, rah, rah. And when you don't get this out of a situation, you get really upset and really situation, which
you
brings
plummet.
you down to a plummet down here, which is where you're feeling lost, confused, and like everything's against you in the world. And
you end up spending so much more time like down here.
Because you're spending so much time trying to figure out how to get up here, when this should only be reserved for things like weddings, like dates, like those really special moments, like moments that are just like, did you say puppies?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
But exactly. Yeah. Those moments at the top happen rarely. So if you're after that feeling all the time, and mind you, just for clarity reasons, Jen and I aren't healthcare professionals or mental health professionals at all. So
no,
this is
for the love of God,
no. We need to get Georgia Carr on here to give us all the spill down, because she actually is.
She actually is, yeah.
So like, I think, and that was a really good diagram. Go me. That was great.
I'm so proud of you.
But like, is essentially, your highs don't need to be high and your lows don't need to be low. And this is going to lead me straight into something I think we spoke about in the podcast, is allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling.
Correct. It's so important. So important.
So, it's okay to feel like crap.
Yeah. And as soon as you start to fight it or get frustrated with it, then you feel worse. As soon as you try and suppress it, that's all it is. It's suppression. And it's you know, where is it going to go? It's not just going to magically flush itself out of your system. It's not. You have to like let yourself feel it. Let yourself like, and it's not to say like sitting and wallowing, you know, it's not, I'm not saying like sit and feel sorry for yourself, like, because that gets no one nowhere. That doesn't get anyone anywhere. But like, allow yourself those moments where you feel crap. Allow it and go, do you know what? I feel crap. Admit it to yourself. And then once you've admitted it, you can improve. You can get better. You're not trying to kid yourself. You know?
Word, folks, if you want to get this tattooed on your head, I will pay for it. Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Is that back?
That is backwards. Acceptance. But it says acceptance. Yeah.
Acceptance. Because if you accept you're feeling like crap, if you accept you're on a high road, you're going to be able to manage your flow a lot better than if you're
denying.
If you're suppressing everything into a ball, eventually that ball will explode. Like, and I'm literally just talking from personal experience here. Like, this is literally what I've gone through for 10, 15 years. It gets to a point where it just needs to come out. And
you will like explode or implode, like either of those things. And that is not good. That is not cool. That is not healthy. And I mean, I'm not saying like, I don't know, like there is this whole cult.
Explode, implode is like, explode, you could potentially hurt someone you love or someone around you. Implode, you hurt yourself. Like that's that feeling of not being able to help yourself, not being able to do anything, that's imploding. And exploding is outwardly maybe abusing somebody, like
projecting stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, there is this whole culture at the moment where it's people need, I think people overdo it, right? This is just my personal opinion. I think there is a lot of we need to constantly have all our emotions everywhere, and we need to post about it, and we need to do this, and you don't. This is the highs and lows thing. You all need to calm down, right? But communication is super important. And that's not to say communicating on social media, you can do that if you want to do that, but communicate with your friends, communicate with your family, communicate with the people you love, communicate with people around you, because there's like this saying that a problem shared is a problem halved, right? Have you heard that? Or am I just saying words? But it's so true. You know, sometimes if you keep something inside your brain, it can just grow and grow and grow, and you can catastrophize everything, and you can think everything is going to be so much worse than it is. And when you actually say something out loud, it can either, you can have somebody help you and help to put it in perspective, and if it is terrible, then they can help you to understand it, come to terms with it, sort it. And sometimes when you say something out loud, you realize that's really stupid. Like, why am I worrying about that?
Exactly. Once you start to verbalize it, you're like, never mind. Like,
yeah, don't worry about it. I'm just being ridiculous.
And I think let's strip it like right down to the very basics. Positivity as a definition is the practice of being or tendency to be positive or optimistic in attitude. So positivity,
come on, Google,
is you essentially putting things into the universe, like being outwardly open with yourself. And that is something that I've learned is a fantastic thing to do, because that's the whole podcast is based around just putting it into the universe. If you're Jen's my cheerleader, folks, if you haven't realized that.
I'm so happy. I love it.
But like, if you're not optimistic and excited about what you're doing, the chances of it coming to fruition, it might, but you're not going to get the enjoyment out of it that you would if you love what you're doing, if you're excited about it, if you're pumped about
passionate.
It. And you'll get on a streak where things just happen, which is great.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to make a thing here, right? Okay. So positivity.
Wait, you're Hufflepuff.
Hell yeah.
I got
Hell
you.
yeah.
Yes, Hufflepuffs for life. Sorry, guys.
Such good people. Hufflepuffs are such good people, guys. They don't get enough credit, and I'm representing. So, Hufflepuffs. So, I was going to say, right, I think positivity is important, right? But I think what people, instead of thinking about positivity, because there's such a pressure, I feel when you talk about positivity, there's like this pressure. Mm-hmm. I think a nicer way to maybe look at it is optimism as opposed to positivity. So, you don't have to be outwardly projecting this like, I'm really positive, I'm happy and positive all the time. But if you're like optimistic, but like the optimism, I feel, is a more inward way of like looking at things and trying to see the best in things. And I feel that is more important, to try and inwardly see the best in things than to try and outwardly project this positive attitude that you may not actually have.
Yeah, and that's also another thing that you should try to is a persona for yourself that doesn't exist. If you're not an outwardly energetic, optimistic, positive person, and you're not feeling and you're not relating to exactly what you're posting, do not post it.
No!
Because that is not helping you. That is suppressing
That's a
the
lie.
feeling.
It's a lie. Stop lying!
eventually it'll get to a point where that will have to collapse. And again, we go back to that down day. So I guess it's as much of recognizing potential problems and diverting around them, which is what life is, folks. This is life.
It's going back to this thing of like acceptance and honesty, and being honest with your friends and honest with your family and honest with the people you love is really important. But the most important thing is to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. That is so important. Like,
100%.
because if you can't, like, it makes me so mad when people aren't honest. I'm like, like sometimes you can see these posts, and I'm like,
you can see through it.
girl, you don't believe that? You're a liar. Be honest with yourself.
Tranquility when you can literally read the words on a post and be like, you don't believe that. Like, that isn't you. You're trying to be someone else, to impress somebody else. Yeah, that's...
Or to try and show people that you're something that you're not. And I think, again, it comes back to being unapologetically who you are. And if people love you when you project yourself, then people love you for you, and there's no hiding in things. And you know, it's super important, because if people love this fake version of you, if they get to know you and they're like, oh
yeah, and then your face keep up the fake persona,
and
or
it's exhausting.
It's literally exhausting.
You get so tired. I did it for so long. Like, I pretended to be something that I wasn't for such a long time. And I think it's only in the last few years that, like, I've gone, do you know what?
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Like, excuse my French, but fuck that. Like, nah, I'm tired. I'm not doing it.
This is our series. we can say whatever we want.
Yeah. But, like, I have to try and be a little bit more wholesome, you know what I mean? But fuck that.
Yeah. But like,
sometimes.
But it does come down to that, where you just need to say, that's it. Like, we need to focus on something else. We need to shift a relationship. We need to shift a job. We need to shift a situation, a friendship, whatever it is. You'll get to that point, and whether you've been through this or not, you'll get to the point where you understand. But I think the biggest thing is being open to those people in your life that are telling you, hey, this is what's really going on.
Because it's hard. It's hard to be honest with, like, that open and honest with people, because you feel like sometimes if you're honest, you might hurt their feelings. But I would rather have friends like that aren't afraid to hurt my feelings, to be able to tell me the truth, and I would rather be that friend that just goes, okay, like, I'm not just a yes man, I'm gonna support you whatever you choose to do, and because I love you and you're my friend, but I just want to tell you that this might look like this, I don't really agree with this, but I still love you, whatever. Like, I remember my mate Kev, I love him so hard, but if anyone, like, he's also a drag queen, guys, so
stop it.
Do follow him, because he's insane. But, like, I love him so much, but we lived together on tour quite a bit when we did Shrek, and I had a boyfriend at the time who was lovely, like, really, really nice, but we would argue quite a lot. And he would obviously only hear my side of the argument because we'd be on the phone or whatever. And sometimes I'd go in and I'd be like, he's done this and he's done this and blah, blah, blah. And he went, yeah, but Jen, if I'm being honest, you sounded like you were being quite unreasonable. And I'm like,
yeah,
I needed to hear that, but I didn't like it, but I still love you. Like, we need those people. Yeah. You need those people that call you out on your bullshit.
That's it.
Yeah, you need that. And
100%.
people that don't do that, I don't trust. I don't trust people that don't call me out on my bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. It's not good.
Negative.
Yeah.
And
I've
you guys
digressed, haven't I? Again.
no, figure out where to go. I'm just like, and a lot of this might be a lot to take in for, especially the younger people out there listening to this. Like, got to remember, Jen and I are a lot further into our lives and have been through a lot more than you've been through.
What do you mean? I'm
not really.
so young. I don't know
But we've
what
been
you're
through
talking about.
that have given us perspective and given us
Mm.
hindsight into situations, relationships, that sometimes it might be a similar situation. You might pick up on something we're saying that you're like, crap, like Jess really not a good person. Like, wow. Yeah, cool. I am strong enough to be like, thou shalt not pass.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say goodbye. Like, do not be afraid to lose people in your life. Like, oh my God. Delete them off Facebook, block them on Twitter, do what, like,
This
it
is
is.
the thing. Like, you can have an unmute, like a mute button in your life. Like, you have a block button in your life.
Yeah.
Like, don't. Like, if you don't want these people in your life, bye. Also, Frankie, I'm so thin. I saw that. So thin. Sorry. But like if people aren't aiding your life in any way, bye,
Of like,
Felicia. Bye.
yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't got the patience for it. I ain't got the time for it. I'm not going to make the effort. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
I do agree with that state, though. We do need to call you out on eating raw carrots. That.
Right. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to tell you about this. So I am a really good actor, actually. So I was given a brief. I was sent a brief as to what needed to happen. I don't like raw carrot, but you know what I did? I was acting. I was committing to the moment.
All right. All right. There we go.
I was
And
really upset about it, and I did choke on a little bit. And I messaged him, and I was like, I just choked on a bit of carrot, and I hate carrot. And he was like, I didn't know you hated carrot. I was like, yes, I did
Rebecca,
it for the bit. It was for the bit.
attack cheese. Carrot is one thing, but cheese is life. So
Oh,
don't
cheese
come
is
at me.
sugar.
Right?
We don't need
The
sugar
cheese
on
is.
cheese.
We're not talking about the cheese. The cheese is okay. I give that the tick of
Thank
approval
you.
here. And yes, back to positivity.
Away from carrot and cheese, but
But
basically, you all are seeing how, like, my mini breakdown where I'm just eating raw food whole. This is what's happening
but
in
I
my
think
life right now.
one of the coolest things is from my last job. I'm going to try and remember it. I think the words irreverence.
Ooh, come
I'm
on,
going
irreverence.
irreverence. Irreverence. It's not
Come
irreverent.
on, Google.
Come on, Google. Oh no. Well done, Google, for telling me don't get rid of your timer. Irreverence. Reverence? Maybe it's reverence.
What are you trying to say? Is my question. Hit me with it, friend.
I don't know. There's a word in my job. We've got three kind of words that are our mantra for our job, and egalitarianism, something, and reverence, something like that. But it's essentially the idea of taking what you're doing seriously, but not taking yourself seriously. Allowing yourself to laugh.
Irreverence.
Irreverent. Yeah, cool, sweet.
It is irreverence, yeah.
That is the biggest thing I learned from my last job. Is put pride and effort into what you're doing, but the moment you start taking yourself too seriously is the that you become fake. You just need to be. You just need to have a laugh, be yourself. Hoorah!
This is the thing. I cannot abide people that take themselves too seriously. I can't, especially in this industry, in the performing industry. Yes, it's a hard job, and yes, you need to be serious about your job because you know you've got this job over thousands of people that wanted it, which is amazing, and you have to take it seriously. But also, there are days when you have to step back and just go, I'm literally playing dress up for a living, and people are paying me. Like, I'm not, it's not life or death. Please stop taking yourself so seriously.
Yeah.
I've worked with people that are lovely, lovely humans outside of work. Really great. Love them. But in work, you're just like, calm down. Like, calm down. On Shrek, I used to stand there, I think once or twice a week, because it was stressful. It was a stressful job. And there was a lot of, I lost a lot of hair and my skin was a mess because I glue all over it all the time. And it was awful. I didn't enjoy it. It was horrible. I hated it. And but I would get stressed out and I would get annoyed and I'd be like, oh no. And then you have to kind of step back, look at yourself. I was like, I am dressed as a tap dancing rat right now.
Oh, folks.
Let's not take ourselves too seriously. Like, have a word. And I think a lot of people need to kind of have a word with themselves.
You just need to chill out, folks. Like,
have a word. Yeah.
Have a laugh. Like, do something stupid. Like,
don't be afraid of being judged for doing something silly. If you want to do something silly,
just doing something. Don't be afraid of being judged for doing something. Like, it could be a serious venture for you and you might have 20 people tell you no, but if you believe in the idea, freaking do it. Just do it. Like, the amount of people that told me not to start a podcast, ridiculous. But here we are. Like, guys, the only opinion that matters in this world is yours and... No, let's not say that. The only opinion
let's not go there.
is yours. I was like, whoa, backtrack, hold up.
Not today!
All right. Jen, we have 17 minutes to go before Instagram's going to kick us off.
Oh my God, have we been talking this whole time?
45 minutes. Thanks to the 54 of you.
It just goes so quickly. People keep hopping in and out. I see that.
Fam, like, I did a video of me singing on Facebook the other day. And I think, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Just freaking do it, man. Just do it.
Thank you, Wicked and Green.
Just do it.
Post that shit. Like, post that shit. Say the shit. Like, say what you want. Post what you want. Do what you want. It is, at the end of the day, which is such like an English thing. Like, at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, at the end of your life, what do you want?
At the end of the day, this is turning into layman's real quick.
But like, what do you want? You want to look back on your life and be like, oh, I wish I'd have done that, but I cared too much about what people thought. I wish I'd done that, but I cared too much about what people thought. Shut up. Just, like, you don't want to live your life dictated by the potential opinions of other people. Because, I don't know, like, it's not even confirmed opinions of other people. It is your potential... Like, it is their potential opinion. You're treating people like they're going to judge you before they even judge you. So that, like, get over that and just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Anyway.
There's a really good quote about that. Returning, like if you guys missed the start of the live,
holy moly, it's the best book in the world.
We might do a whole episode on this, Jen, and we'll just go through it and we'll just
oh my god. I'll just do a live reading of it.
Oh, Bella Finnegan. Oh yes, this is a good one. People still in school. Oh, hold up. Okay. For everyone saying you want to leave school, stay in, because believe your parents when they say school is the best time of your life, because it freaking is.
Oh, I hated school, babes.
I did too. But
it does teach you a lot.
It's the best time to learn about yourself in a safe and controlled environment.
Correct. Very nice. Very
like,
nice.
If you look at it that way,
yeah. Oh my god, for sure.
You have the ability to put yourself out into the world to a restricted group of 500, 600, 700 people, where you can do whatever the hell you want, try different things, get feedback, learn to build a thick skin, go through shit, and come out the other side. And then after 8, 9 years, walk away from it and be like, sick. Never get to see you guys again. Au revoir.
Done it. Yeah.
Like,
I think I see, or even speak to, I could count on one hand the people that I would even entertain in a conversation from school. We were very, very different people. I mean, like in terms of my friends, my actual close friends that went to my school, one. And we've been friends for over 20 years. And I'm the godmother to her child. And she is the best human in the world. But everyone else, I'm like, you're all, like, some of you are really, really lovely, but we have nothing in common. Bye.
Yep.
Bye. You don't share my passion or my drive or my opinions or my hobbies or my anything. So I'm just like, see you later. It makes no impact on your life. And you know, it's really difficult to see that when you're in it. It's the same thing that we were talking about before. You know, it's really hard to see when you're in it and you think, you know, those friendship groups at school are the most important things. And you know, oh my God, like this person's talking about me and I'm not going to be friends with them and this and that. And they're saying that they don't. In like 5 years, you are not going to give a shit.
You are legit.
You're not.
Like,
yeah, why did I care about that?
But even like right now, the people that you work with, the people that you socialize with, same deal. Like,
for sure.
Who cares? He knows every single detail of your life. He's probably forgotten half of what you've told him anyway, and in a year, he's probably going to forget more once you leave him. Like, just believe in yourself.
And this is like a whole overriding thing that sometimes helps to give me perspective if I'm having a little bit of a meltdown day or I'm feeling a bit shit. Everything in life is temporary. Everything. You know?
Hold up.
Feelings, everything, temporary.
Whatever makes us happy today will no longer make us happy tomorrow. Douche. Mark Manson. Honestly, that's like
so good. I want to read his second book.
Is that
I think it's called Everything is Fucked.
I'll give you my Audible, because I've got that on my wish list and I've got a free credit to use this month. So, pew, pew. Hey. But yeah,
so hard.
If you guys have any more questions, please reach out to us. We've got another episode every week. We're going to be here talking realness, and this is the type of thing you're going to get for the next at least 6 weeks. We're not 6. We're going to be chatting real life because the podcast is all things 6. So this is going to be real. This is going to be life.
Yes.
And eventually, if I ever end up in the UK, we might be able to like do these together and then get another guest on and, you know,
Oh,
the real life. But
in real life. Oh my
right?
God, what is real life right now? Who knows? What is real life? I
Real
mean, what
life
is real life anyway?
is just
Some
fantasy.
like Inception bullshit right now. But like real life right now is so weird. So I mean, an overriding thing now is that accept that life is weird. Like life is weird right now. You can feel shit
Also,
because life is fucking weird right now.
this is the perfect to start fresh.
Reassess.
If you ever wanted to cut somebody out of your life, now is the
Oh my God,
perfect
do
time
it now. Do
to
it.
explain shit. You can just be like, oh, Corona's gone, so are you. See you later, bye. Like, this is
Unfollow.
snip
Unfollow buttons in your life.
legit. Like,
And this time kind of it it shows you like who you want to talk to.
available to hire as life coaches, because if you need a life coach, as we said at the very start, I can't remember what I said at the very start, but
We are not
looking for,
mental health care professionals. We are
or,
just chatting shit.
but you also
And
don't
you guys are
ask
party to it.
guidance. Like, if you're
What?
looking for from other people, you need to figure this stuff out on your own. Like, life is all about your journey.
Yeah.
Think life. Let's go back to the diagrams for the last 8 minutes, folks. We're going to do it.
We love the diagrams.
Let's turn through all my podcast notes. Life is a highway.
I had that on before, by the way. I
Life
love it.
a highway, folks. All right, this is your road. All right, let's take this as my road. All right,
Come on, diagrams. I love it.
Jen's in one. Okay, all right. So on my route, I have school, family, Jen, six, whatever it is. So I'm driving down this road, right? These people are going to come on to my highway. School. People came onto my highway for 9 years and then took the next exit and haven't come back. Like, this is the biggest thing. Ride your own. You don't come off this. You don't need to go, boom, I'm going to follow this person down this way and do their thing. You do your thing and let them come off and on your road as they see fit. You don't need to be following anyone. You don't need anyone to control what you're doing. Stay on the straight and narrow. There's going to be some speed humps, but you don't need to take it simple. Oh, man.
Nice. I like you. Come on, metaphors. Metaphors. I love it. But like, it's true. And this is the good thing about friendships, relationships. This is such a big thing that people think that you need to like merge and be, you know, together all the time, or like this or that, or whatever. What is the most important thing is that the people in your life that matter and are important and that benefit your life and aid your life are going in the same parallel direction as you. They don't have to be on your highway, but you're going in the same direction. And that's important also.
Yeah.
You know?
That was real Lauren Drew of you, Jen.
What? Come on. I think that's what they mean. Come on. Wow, Drew.
All right.
I miss her. She's great.
Let's end 6 minutes with some questions, if we've got any here.
Okay.
Um,
I've drunk so much water today, like I'm desperate for a wee. I'm dead excited about weeing. Sharing with you guys. Do we have cues? Do we have questions?
no, not really. Everyone's kind of just... We've already
Here for it.
touched one. Here we go. Shah Blundell. What do you find the most difficult part of trying to break out of a negative mindset? Jen, we have 5 minutes.
Balls. The most difficult part is
finding the root of the
it's
problem.
battling yourself, isn't it? I think it's battling yourself, and it is finding why you're feeling a certain type of way about something, because sometimes you can have these, you can feel you have this negative mindset and you think it's about one thing, but you got to dig and think, okay, well, why, and this is going back to the book, like, why am I approaching this in this way? Like, why am I feeling negatively about this? What are the values that I have that are making me feel shit about this? And it's confronting those values and maybe changing how you approach or how you deal with those values, or the importance of the values that you have, and how much you're giving those, like how much importance you're giving these values, and if it's worth it, you know? It's, you've really got to kind of
why does this person, situation, whatever it is, need 3 days of your time to focus and break down over something? Why? What is so important about this that is making you feel so terrible that it needs to consume your life?
What is the deeper root of it? What is the deeper root of that? Where is it coming from? So like, if there's a thing where you're like, you feel like your friendship or your relationship isn't going well because you haven't heard from somebody in X amount of time. But why do you feel that way? What has made you, why do you think that hearing from someone all the time makes a successful relationship or friendship?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is that because you're craving validation? Do you need that validation? And if you do need that validation, communicate it, or try and find it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know?
But like, literally, some of my best friends, we talk to each other once every 3-4 months. Like, it's like, hey, how you doing? You still alive? Cool. Yep, sweet. Talk to you later. Like,
exactly. You don't need to speak to people every day. You don't.
But they're also the people that'll see you post something and be like, hey, you good? What's going on? Spill.
Exactly.
Like,
they're the people that give a shit.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Folks, guess what? We've literally got a minute
for an hour
remaining. We've got a countdown. Thank you, Instagram, for putting videos. I love you. So, guys, this is going to happen every... We are definitely going to be doing the subtle art of not giving a fuck. So please get this book, download it, ebooks, hard copy, audiobook, whatever your way of reading this is, get it, because Jen and I will reference it over and over and over again because it is such on your life. Other than that, every same time, same place, same team. We've got this. We're going to be changing our topics up every week. We'll discuss midweek about what we're going to chat about next week. If we need to touch on positivity again because you have more questions, please reach out. If you guys have questions, just put tea time or something in the thing somewhere so we know it's related to this. And if we get enough, do another one where simply just talking about your questions. Other than that, we will see you next week, guys, with a brand new tea time. Same place, same time. This is so good. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching.
Are you going to put this on IGTV?
IGTV for everybody to watch.
So if you've missed anything, or if you only caught the end of it,
go back, watch it
check
again.
us out.
Exactly.
Love you, mate.
All right, cut it there with 20 seconds to go. Love you, Jen. I will see you in a week.
I love you.